This is the Vsb Tv 11 News for Tuesday, June 10th. I'm Peter Cattell. Our top story: it appears that there may have been an important breakthrough in the investigation into the theft of over $1 million from the Accountant General's office in 2012, which led to a manhunt in Europe involving Interpol and ultimately Scotland Yard. Although it has proven impossible to obtain official confirmation, a reliable source has informed Vsb News that two people appeared in court in the UK on Friday last in connection with the theft, one charged with the actual theft and the other as an accessory. We have been given the names of the two people, but as we do not have official confirmation, we'll leave them unidentified for the time being. Suffice to say that they are a married couple who have lived and worked in Bermuda. Funeral arrangements are pending for world-renowned Bermudian underwater treasure hunter Teddy Tucker, who died yesterday at the age of 89. Vsb's Charles Webb has this profile.
The very name Teddy Tucker evokes thoughts of underwater treasures, and as such, the internationally renowned diver-cum-ocean scientist was considered the most preeminent in his field. The many tales of his diving daring-do also gave Bermuda an added cachet in the international media. Teddy Tucker made his burns at the Bermuda Aquarium back in the 1940s, and his passion for diving led him to discover over 100 shipwrecks bearing such booty as gold bars, silver coins, guns, ancient hand grenades, and of course his most famous and valuable treasure, the emerald-studded 22-karat gold Tucker Cross he discovered in 1955. His social Rolodex contains such names as Jacques and Philippe Cousteau, Peter Benchley, and Mandel Peterson of the Smithsonian Institute. The treasured artifacts collected by Teddy Tucker are on view at the Bermuda Underwater Exploration Institute, which he co-founded. Even as a worldwide consultant featured in magazines and films, Teddy never lost the common touch or his love for Bermuda. There can be no doubt that with the passing of Teddy Tucker, Bermuda has lost one of its greatest treasures. For Vsb News, I'm Charles Webb.
Shadow Minister for Immigration Walton Brown remains unbowed after the opposition's attempt to delay changes to the laws that enable permanent residents to apply for status was crushed in the House on Friday. Today he called for reforms that would ensure that every segment of society had a fair hearing.
You will know that the recent judgment by Chief Justice Kewley has created an avenue for Bermuda status for those residents who hold PRC and therefore who had been here before 1989. The numbers, as you've heard, have been presented in varying levels, from as low as 1,300 to as many as 6,000. The fact of the matter is that it represents a significant number who, if granted in one foul swoop, would have a significant impact on Bermuda and opportunities for Bermudians. It is as a consequence of this judgment by Chief Justice Kewley that the Progressive Labour Party proposed an amendment to the Immigration and Protection Act of 1956, which was designed to align the law with what had been in policy since 1989. The amendment was to repeal Section 20B of the relevant Immigration Act. You will note that last Friday in Parliament, the One Bermuda Alliance government spoke in unison in rejecting this amendment, and not only was it surprising that it was rejected in unison, but the manner in which it was rejected indicates that there is a concern about extending status to an even larger number of residents. Our position in 2001 and our position today is that there needs to be a reform of immigration policy. It needs to be holistic. It needs to take into consideration the rights of all who live in this island. It needs to take into consideration the rights of Bermudians, the PRC holders, long-term residents who are not PRC holders, and those who are here on shorter-term work permits.
A 46-year-old man appeared in Supreme Court this morning for the start of his trial. Coltrane Rattery of Warwick Parish is on trial for prowling and trying to enter a couple's home. Vsb's Julia Smat was in court and has more.
Coltrane Rattery has denied prowling and trying to enter a couple's home. He further pleaded not guilty to hovering, lurking, prowling, and trying to enter a home on Fairvale Lane in Warwick in September of 2013. The first witness to take the stand was homeowner John Eldridge, who told the jury that he has an extensive security camera system set up at his residence. The camera records footage and takes snapshots when it picks up movement. It also sends an email to Mr. Eldridge's email account every time it takes a photo, which was how he was alerted that a man was lurking on his porch. In court, a video was shown depicting infrared video footage that showed a man in a jacket come onto the porch and appear to be looking through a door and window. The prowler in the video also took a beverage from an outdoor refrigerator that was on the porch. Mr. Eldridge said the man on the porch is unknown to him. When defense lawyer Mark Daniels asked if the witness could make out the skin color or hair color of the man on the porch, Mr. Eldridge said he could not. The case continues. I'm Julia Smat reporting for Vsb News.
The Bermuda Hospitals Charitable Trust has announced that Access Capital has made the generous donation of $1 million to the Why It Matters Capital campaign, which is raising funds to transform King Edward Memorial Hospital into a world-class hospital facility in September 2014. The latest donation takes the running total of the campaign to close to $31 million. Since its launch in April 2011. BHCT is leading a capital campaign with a philanthropic goal of $40 million to put towards the $247 million redevelopment project. The project's overarching aim is to deliver an enhanced level of hospital care for the benefit of the whole community. Access Capital CEO Albert Benchimol said that Access is very pleased to support the Why It Matters campaign with this donation, as construction concludes and the facility transforms into active use. He went on to say that as a member of Bermuda's corporate and social community, Access is committed to doing its part in helping to deliver enhanced and affordable health care. Still ahead on the TV 11 News is Rachel with the weather preview.
Thanks, Peter. Settled conditions with light winds continue. On the radar, not much activity, so it looks like it's going to be a dry night, but please stay tuned for the full weather report later.
The weather radar picture provided courtesy of the Ministry of Transport on Vsb TV 11.
You can count on us.
Bermuda-grown red potatoes, only $4.69 for a 5-pound bag. Great on the grill, fresh Purdue chicken thighs, only $1.99 per pound. Kellogg's Corn Pops, Fruit Loops, and Applejack cereal, only $4.99 for a 21-ounce box. Brush on the best Kraft barbecue sauce 18-ounce bottle, only $1.69. Save $1.71 on Libby's regular mayonnaise, 30-ounce jar, only $4.09. All stores open until 10 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
Do you know your rights as a consumer? Visit the Consumer Affairs website to find out how to hire a contractor, how to buy and maintain your vehicle, information on buying second-hand goods, tips for seniors and teens, personal finance tips, product recall information, to file a complaint with Consumer Affairs. For the latest consumer news and much more, visit ca.gov.bm.
Help build a lasting legacy with the Bermuda Hospitals Charitable Trust. Support our hospital by purchasing a 4x8-inch brick for the Legacy Walkway. Your engraved brick will be predominantly featured outside the new acute care wing. You can customize your brick with a personal message, a tribute, names of family members, or even a special thank you. Call 295-2428 or visit bhct.bm to make arrangements for your legacy brick today.
In light of it being Acne Awareness Month, it is worthy to note that up to 20 million people may suffer from acne, and 7 out of 10 people think acne makes a person less attractive. Dr. Kewan Brown of North Shore Medical and Aesthetic Center explained why some people suffer from acne more than others and suggests possible remedies.
It affects people for different reasons. Many of it's maybe genetic, predisposed, it runs in their family, but more so it affects teenagers or young adults as they're going through the whole adolescent period where the hormones are raging. The underlying cause of acne is actually overproduction of oil glands that's really triggered by hormones.
And what could someone suffering from it do about it to either alleviate it or make it less?
Well, part of our campaign, which is the emotional truth about acne, is to empower people and also to educate them about the scarring that it can cause. And the scarring that it causes, even though it happens at a young age, maybe around their teenage years, can actually go on into adulthood. And we have some statistics on our infogram that talks about that. Some of the things that we can do, or an individual can do, is just adopting a proper cleansing technique of their skin, seeking help from a skin therapist or a skin specialist. And most of all, just letting people know that there are treatments available that are very effective for the management of this disease.
This past weekend, the North Shore Medical and Aesthetic Center invited the Miss Bermuda pageant contestants to come in and get various skin treatments. Dr. Brown elaborated on what the Day of Beauty entailed.
Most of the girls, if not all of them, did comment that they had an issue with acne, and they suffer from this debilitating disease that affects 85% of the world's population. So to kick off this whole Acne Awareness Month, we invited the girls down, and they had a little challenge where they had to become spokespersons for acne awareness, because what we taught them is that as pageant girls, or even when you become Miss Bermuda, you're going to be sent to different clients for different awareness or different campaigns, and you have to be able to speak, be on top of your feet in reference to the topic that they're presented with.
An anonymous benefactor has come up with the perfect 120th birthday gift for the Bermuda branch of the St. John Ambulance Service, a brand new ambulance. The gift, which was accepted last night at a ribbon cutting attended by Governor George Ferguson, Minister of Health Jean Atherton, and Senator Jeff Barron, replaces the charity's oldest vehicle, which recently became inoperative. Now, here's a look at the daily markets, presented by Bias.
Here are the daily markets presented by Bias. Wall Street dips after a string of recent Dow and S&P record highs, though high-growth momentum stocks mostly advanced. U.S. stocks were little changed, with benchmark indices near records as investors weighed equity valuations. The Toronto Stock Exchange rose 0.22% to 14,904. Bermuda Aviation Services declined 2.94% to $3.30, with 13,600 shares trading hands. 7,177 shares of Bank of Butterfield were traded today. The stock closed unchanged at $1.99. UK stocks were little changed as BT Group plc and commodity producers dropped, while a measure of industrial output matched forecasts. The FTSE 100 slipped 0.02% to 6,874. Most Pacific Rim indices advanced on the day. The Hang Seng Index rose 0.86% to 23,316 amid optimism that Chinese policymakers will succeed in countering the nation's economic slowdown. Most Latin American indices were up on the day. The Mexican Bolsa rose 0.08% to 43,043. Brazil's Bovespa increased 0.28% to 54,425. U.S. Treasury prices fell as the U.S. sold $28 billion of three-year securities at the highest yield since May 2011, amid signs the economic expansion is strengthening. The U.S. 10-year yield rose 4 basis points to 2.64%. The yen rose versus most of its peers on speculation Bank of Japan stimulus is boosting the economy, while the European Central Bank will expand currency debasing measures to revive growth. That was a look at the daily markets presented by Bias. Season to Taste is next after the break.
Finding great deals in Bermuda has never been easier.
Hey, wow, you're looking sharp today.
Thanks. With all the money I've saved shopping here, I bought myself a new suit and a new car.
Phoenix Center's basement carries a wide range of items for household and kitchen.
Hang on, where did you park that car?
Well, funny you should mention that.
Don't tell me, don't tell me.
Barbecue grills and accessories, small appliances, bedding sets, camping gear, school supplies, tools, a huge variety of stationery, and so much more.
Is it time to knock off yet? This buy's driving me crazy.
All from selected vendors and manufacturers who supply only the highest quality merchandise. These are the name companies that you've come to know and trust and return to again and again. And we're always looking to source even more affordable products to offer you, our customers. Come see us today. We're located in the basement of the Phoenix Center on Reed Street.
Save $1.10 per 1 pound package of Bar S hot dogs, only $1.09. Save $3 each on whole seedless watermelons, only $12.99 each. Save $1.45 on Hunt's Ketchup, 35-ounce bottle, only $1.99. The Snack for Life, the yogurt, all varieties, only $1.09 for a 6-ounce tub. Regular or Diet Coca-Cola soda, only $3.49. All stores open until 10 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
Are you paying more than one provider? More than you should?
Why?
Prepare to be wowed! Voice, long distance, high-speed internet, TV, and HD TV. One package, one stop, one customer care level.
Excellent! One bill!
Enjoy local and long distance minutes, TV and HD TV, your choice of internet speed, and so much more. From only $184.99 monthly for everything.
For more information, visit wow.bm or call 292-1969.
The Ministry of Community, Culture and Sports presents Our National Heroes.
Sir Henry Tucker was born in 1903 in Flats. At a time when most Bermudians were farmers or sailors, Tucker went to work on Wall Street. After the crash of 1929, he returned home and worked for the Bank of Bermuda. In the 1930s, he and Reginald Conyers came up with the idea of removing the 60-40 rule for international companies. This laid the foundation for Bermuda to become the Switzerland of the Atlantic. But he did more than build our economy. He was premier for 4 years and championed the right of women to vote, drafted Bermuda's constitution, and fought hard for integration and universal voting rights for all Bermudians. When he left office, he was replaced by Bermuda's first black premier, Sir Edward E.T. Richards. Sir Henry Tucker died in 1986. He was among a few national heroes who truly brought prosperity and well-being to all Bermudians.
This portion of the VSB News is brought to you in part by Bermuda Pest Control. For commercial and residential pest control, providing island-wide service. For free inspections and estimates, call 232-PEST. That's 232-7378.
Season 2 Taste is next.
Season to Taste with Peter Javetic, an exclusive presentation of Lindo's Group of Companies.
Hi, I'm Peter Javetic, host of Season to Taste. We're here at the Bermuda Gas showrooms on Serpentine Road, and I've got Chef Ian Carruthers with me. Ian's from Bermuda Catering. Ian, what are you doing tonight?
I'm going to do dolphin roll potatoes, but I'm going to show you the quick way. Filet mignon, and then I'm going to serve it with a parsnip puree and roasted asparagus.
Now, I see you've already got your onions and your garlic.
Yeah, I'm going to show you the quick way, like I said. I've got the onions and garlic in the pan now. I'm going to put the sliced potatoes in. I've just sliced these potatoes real nice and thin. We'll put this all in the pan. Onions and garlic are in there. So we're going to add some of the heavy cream.
Wonderful. That looks good. And so you just give that a quick stir, and do you bring that to the boil, or?
No, you're just letting it basically thicken up. When you traditionally make this, you put it in the, as you know, you put it in the dish and you layer them. This is just speeding up.
This is the fast version. I will pop that on here, and I think I'll layer that in there while you...
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do here is just layer them into the container. And what are you doing next, Chef?
Okay, I'm going to get this nice tenderloin. I've put some olive oil on there, salt and pepper. Keep it very plain. Make sure the pan's very hot again. You can do it on a pan ideally outside, take it on the barbecue, just get a nice sear in it. It doesn't take very long. This cutting meat is top quality. Put it in that nice pan, you can hear it sear, you've got some action up straight away. In this pot I've simply got some parsnips. Boil them up, add some cream and salt and pepper, and I'll put them in the food processor. It's just really silky, tremendous flavours, and the texture is really nice with the beef. So we're going to go for a nice little sear.
Now you've prepared one a little earlier on, I take it. So
yeah, I've done the steak and the dauphinoise.
Okay.
So
that's what the dauphinoise looks like. Let's pop that right here.
Okay. I'm just going to show you the steak. It should be. You just see that little grill mark on there now.
Lovely.
So we're getting that. Pop that in there.
Pop that in there. Lovely. Excellent. Now let's pull that steak out.
Okay. Along with the steak, we also did some roasted asparagus.
All right. So we've got these lovely plates from Gibbons Company.
Okay.
Plate away.
Okay. So ideally, in the restaurant world, you would make these a day before, and then you'd leave them in the fridge to cool, and then you can cut them into a desired shape. The pommes dauphinoise, we're going to put the steak on the side, and this roasted asparagus, going to leave on the side up here. And then I've got a Zinfandel red wine reduction that we will drag around the plate. And then this is finished with the next vegetable is the parsnip puree. So this is, like I say, it's been blended.
Okay.
And the consistency with the steak.
Now you've used that lovely steamer pan just to get things nice and hot.
Just to heat it back up.
Yeah. That's excellent.
Now we'll just put a little quenelle on the side there.
That's the Cuisinox. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is your filet mignon with roasted asparagus and gratin dauphinoise really quick, and some pureed parsnips. This has been Seasoned to Taste. Until next time.
Seasoned to Taste with Peter Javetic is an exclusive presentation of Lindo's Group of Companies, featuring Gosling's Wine of the Week, a Vsb TV 11 production recorded on location at the Bermuda Gas showrooms.
The Wine of the Week is presented by Gosling's.
Welcome to Gosling's Wine of the Week. I'm here with Simon Carruthers. Simon, Ian has prepared this lovely dish of tenderloin of beef. It's got some roasted asparagus, some gratin dauphinoise and parsnips that have been pureed. What have you got for us?
Well, I think the only thing we could really pair with a beautiful beef dish like this would be something big and hearty that's really wholesome. So I've gone for the big Californian Zinfandel, which is from Bonterra Vineyards. This is really, really, as you know, fantastic, big, heavy, hearty wine that's really good on the palate. Also, this is completely organically grown grapes as well, so it's no herbicides, no pesticides, no fungicides have been used at all growing the grapes. So really good, healthy way and good way of looking at the grapes, and those big, massive, bold flavours are really going to energise that beef and really bring the dish to life. So
let's give it a go.
So we try.
Yeah. Now, Zinfandel is one of my favourite grape varietals, as you all know. Cheers to your health.
Wow, and then you see those big, powerful flavours.
Very, very big wine.
That's really going to help to protect that beef.
That's going to work nicely. Until next time, this has been Seasoned to Taste.
The retail price is $18.75 and is available at Lindo's and Gosling stores.
The Wine of the Week was presented by Gosling's.
Bermuda Gas is proud to be the authorized distributor of KitchenAid products in Bermuda. Every product that carries the KitchenAid name is guaranteed to be strong, reliable, versatile, and backed by 90 years of quality and excellence. KitchenAid believes that preparing meals together is one of life's greatest pleasures, so they craft their products to enhance this experience. No one knows the kitchen like KitchenAid, and no one in Bermuda knows KitchenAid like Bermuda Gas.
Bermuda Gas, the clear choice. Visit us at 25 Serpentine Road or online at bermudagas.bm.
Bermuda could see several international kiteboarders competing in local waters in the very near future. Sports editor Earl Baisden has the details and much more in tonight's sports report.
Bermuda could host an international kiteboarding event in the very near future. Markers, Schwenter, The International Kiteboarding Association Chief Executive Officer was on the island scouting potential locations to host the event. Speaking with Minister of Sport Wayne Scott, Schwenter explained just how many world-class competitors could possibly grace our shores.
That really depends on discipline. It goes from wave performance, which is limited to 24 entries, it's the 24 top of the world, to course racing events, which can go up to 100, 150.
Matthew Mays from St. Croix put the Bermuda National Sports Center's pool on the eyes of many after he qualified for the Youth Olympics while competing during the Validus Bermuda National Long Course Championships over the weekend. Something Mays says is mission accomplished.
It was our main purpose for coming, and we've been training really hard, and there's a great facility here, and all the hard work and paid off.
The International Cricket Council, ICC, today announced that Uganda will host the Pepsi ICC World Cricket League Division 3 from October 26th to November 2nd later this year. 6 teams will compete in the event, with the top 2 teams earning promotion to the Pepsi ICC World Division 2, which will be held in early 2015. Uganda will be joined by Bermuda, Nepal, USA, and the top 2 teams from Division 4, which will be played in Singapore, June 21st through to the 28th. First place was online on Saturday when the Cubs and the Orioles met in their Cal Ripken Division YAO baseball match at Kinley Field. Both teams suffered from early jitters in the first innings, both giving up 3 runs. In the end, the Orioles will come out on top 8-7. In the other match, the Yankees and the Phillies exchanged the lead 5 times, but the Yankees came out on top, winning 8-4. Tyrone Smith competed in the 60th Jazdu Memorial Track and Field meet in Poland, where he finished 4th in the men's long jump with a top leap of 7.67 meters. The Cayman Islands grabbed a fresh edge in their long sporting rival with Bermuda. As we reported last night, Cayman defeated Bermuda in the rugby match at the National Sports Center during the Caribbean Championships. Well, in Cayman, the home team defeated arch rivals Bermuda in the 2014 Caribbean Cup of Ball Hockey. They defeated Bermuda 2-1 in a penalty shootout after the scores were tied 2-2 after regulation and overtime. The 2014 Deloitte Tennis Tournament continued at the Pomanda Gates Tennis Club last evening, where number 1 seed Gavin Manders returned from his Davis Cup challenge and won his match in straight sets 6-1, 6-2 over Connor Anderson. Charmaine Thomas won her ladies A singles match against Lauren Way 6-3, 6-5. I'm Earl Basden reporting for VSB Sport.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's VSB weather forecast. Our first weather shot is brought to us by Liz Council, taken last night in Warwick. Beautiful sunset. Look at the colors, gradients of sort of purples and blues as the first of the night, the last of the daylight, and the golds and oranges, just reflecting on the water as well. Beautiful shot to end the day. And Donna Hendrickson took this photo at noon on Harbor Road. Gorgeous flowers out in bloom, photosynthesizing under the sun. Beautiful day for it. Beautiful blue skies and a lot of sunshine. Thank you, Donna and Liz, for sending these shots in. Temperatures today, we had a high of 77 at 2:44 in the afternoon and a low of 68 at 6:21 in the morning. Currently, 74 degrees, humidity 70%, wind southerly 5 knots, and barometric pressure is rising slowly at 30.18 inches. Rainfall index for the month of June, 0.7 inches for a yearly total of 24.77. The yearly normal for this time is 23.23 inches. And looking at the satellite, as high pressure slowly moves to our east tonight, settled conditions with light winds will persist through most of the week. A weak surface trough will move across the area late Wednesday, producing a shower or 2 Wednesday night into Thursday morning. And look at the gateway cities. Atlanta, thunderstorms likely, 84. Boston, mostly cloudy, 69. Charlotte, mostly cloudy, 88. London, partly cloudy, 73. Miami, 88, mostly cloudy. New York, 77, possible rain. Orlando, 92, thunderstorms. Philadelphia, 84, mostly cloudy. Toronto, 66, heavy rain. And Washington, 88, and thunderstorms likely. And back at home tonight, partly cloudy with a low near 69, wind southeast 5 knots, and veering south-southeast later. Tomorrow, sunny periods with a shower or 2 late, high near 79. Winds south-southeast 5 to 10 knots, becoming variable at times and then slowly veering south-southwest. Marine tonight, no warnings. Seas inside the reef is 0 to 1 foot. Seas outside the reef 2 to 3 feet. And the sea surface temperature is 77 degrees. Marine tomorrow, seas inside the reef 0 to 1 foot. Seas outside the reef 2 to 3 feet. High tide will be at 7:38 in the morning and low tide will be at 1:35 in the afternoon. And taking a look at the 5-day forecast. Thursday, partly to mostly cloudy with a morning shower, high near 79. Friday, mix of sun and cloud, high near 80. Saturday, partly to mostly cloudy with a shower or two, high near 80. And Sunday, sunny periods with a high near 79. Thank you, Fred Briley, our meteorologist tonight, and everyone at the Bermuda Weather Service. I'm Rachel Sodden. Have a great evening.
Thanks for watching the TV11 News. Good night.
Peter Cattell's attire courtesy of A.S. Cooper & Sons Limited. Wardrobe and makeup for Rachel Sodden, provided by Gibbons Company.
Vsb Tv 11, Bermuda.